Hello students, in this video we are going to study about the preparation of alkenes. There are different methods of preparation of alkenes. From this we need to discuss, that is preparation from alkynes, preparation from alkyl halides, preparation from vicinal dihalide, and preparation from alcohols by the acidic dehydration. So we need to discuss all these methods of preparation. So let us discuss these one by one in detail. First, that is preparation from alkynes. Now before discussing about its preparation, first of all, let us discuss what is about alkynes. Alkynes are the unsaturated hydrocarbon in which there is a triple bond between the carbon. So here it can be any carbon chain with a triple bond. So let us take one example of alkyne, that is the general representation we have taken for alkyne, that is R C triple bond C R dash, where R is an alkyl group. Now why it is written R and R dash here? That means that these can be different or it can be same also. So how we do the preparation of alkene from this? That is alkynes on the partial reduction with calcinated amount of dihydrogen in the presence of palladized charcoal, partially deactivated with poison like sulfur compounds, gives alkenes. So the reduction of alkyne is done here. So that result in the formation of a alkene. So how we do the reduction? That means here the addition of hydrogen is taking place. So now look at the method which we need to follow in order to make the product very easily. From the triple bond, break one of the pi bond, add one hydrogen here, add one hydrogen here. That is, one hydrogen should be added on the triply bonded carbon, and here also one hydrogen added on a triply bonded carbon. Now from triple bond, one of the bond break. So what it forms? Now one double bond is there. From triple bond, one bond break. So now how much bond you have to make in between that two carbon? That is two double. That is the double bond is to be made. And that you can see here that this hydrogen is get added here now. So what we got the formula here? That is we got here alkene. That is R. What is have in the here? R is there. So that R is written as it is. Then it is C. So that C and one hydrogen is added on that carbon. So this here is R dash. What is here? C and H. So this is what actually called as alkene. Now we can easily make any reaction, we can complete it by following the same method. So let us take some more examples. Here we am taking in the particle examples. Here you can see the presence, that is PD with C. That is what I call this equation. It is taking place in the presence of palladized charcoal. That's why it is written on the arrow mark PDC. Now we will be following the same method in order to make the product. What I told here, that is break the one of the bond from triple bond, one of the pi bond get break, and that electron is used for forming the bond with the hydrogen. So add two hydrogen on this two carbon. Which carbon? That is triply bonded carbon. From there you have to add one hydrogen. So what you got here? Now C is there and one H is already there. So one H is get added. So now it becomes 2 and triple bond. Now it changes to double bond. Next carbon, that is this carbon is C. One H is already there. One more H we have added here. So now it becomes CH2 double bond CH2. That is ethyne is converted into ethene. That is alkyne is converted into alkene. Similarly, when we do the next one, focus on the triple bond carbon here. That is, this is the triple bond carbon. Now you have to add one hydrogen here, one hydrogen here. So what it become now? This CH3. The rest of the part will be as it is. This CH3 I am writing as it is. Next what we have, this carbon, single bond carbon, and because one hydrogen we have added here, now triple bond become double. Then the C and one hydrogen is there already and one hydrogen get added. So now what it form? It give rise to propene. That is, propyne is giving rise to propene. That means alkyne is giving rise to alkene. So this is what the method you have to learn in order to make the product. So let us write the product clear here. That is ethene, CH2 double bond CH2, and here it is propene. So this is a very simple equation. What you need to do? You have to focus on the carbon which is binded by triple bond. So you have to break one of the bond from here, and you have to add one hydrogen here, and you have to add one hydrogen here. Whatever it is there here, that will be as it is what it is there. So that you have to write as it is. So this is what the method of preparation from alkynes. Next is the preparation from alkyl halides. Alkyl halides, that is generally represented as RX, that is alkyl group with a halide part, that is X. X can be Cl, Bri. So this is what the general representation for alkyl halide. So alkyl halides, on heating with the alcoholic potash, that is potassium hydroxide dissolved in alcohol, that is alcoholic potash. So the eliminate one of the molecule of hydrogen acid to form alkenes. So during this heating of alkyl halide with the alcoholic potash, what happened? One of the molecule of a hydrogen acid, that is HCl, HBr, these are called as halogen acid, because we know that hydrochloric acid, it is an acid. And why it is called as halogen acid? Because here there is a halogen with the hydrogen, halogen acid, and what it forms? It forms alkene, and this reaction is called as dehydrohalogenation. Now why it is called as dehydrohalogenation? Because here there is a removal, or we can say elimination of hydrogen chloride, or we can say hydrogen bromide. That is, in general we can use the word halogen acid. Here there is a removal, or we can say elimination of halogen acid, and it results in the formation of alkene. That's why it is called as D. D means removal. What I told, the word D word really means removal or the elimination of what is removed here? Hydrogen and halogen, both is removed. That is, you can see HCl is a molecule which is eliminated from this. So that's why hydrogen is also removed and halogen is also removed. That's why this is called as dehydrohalogenation reaction. That is the removal of halogen acid. So the reaction in which removal of halogen acid takes place. Halogen acid, that is, in general we can write it as HX. In the reaction in which there is a removal of halogen acid, here this is result in the formation of alkene, that is called as dehydrohalogenation reaction. And this is also an example of elimination reaction. Why such reaction is called as elimination? Because there is a removal of a molecule from the main reactant. That's why it is called as elimination reaction. Here there is an elimination of a, or we can say removal of halogen acid. Therefore it is an example of elimination reaction. And this is called as a beta elimination reaction, because here there is a removal of beta hydrogen carbon. That is the beta hydrogen is removed. So that we'll be going to discuss what is this beta hydrogen. So first let us take an example, that is this example. Now let us discuss first of all what is the beta carbon. First of all, when a compound that is given to us, that is alkyl halide, it is given to us. First of all, focus on the halogen group here. So here X is the halogen group, that is a group, and the group where it is attached, that carbon is called as alpha carbon. So here where is alpha carbon? This is the alpha carbon. And the neighboring of alpha carbon is called as beta carbon. That means this carbon is the neighbor of the second carbon is the neighbor of this. So this one will be a beta carbon. So once again I will focus here. First of all, identify where is our halogen. This is our halogen. Now look at here where it is attached. It is attached to this carbon. That carbon is called as alpha carbon. And the neighboring carbon of alpha carbon is called as beta, and if further carbons are there, that will be gamma carbon. So here we have identified which one is the alpha and beta carbon. So here how the reaction is taking place, by the elimination of a halogen acid, that is the elimination of HX is taking place. Now what we need to do here, you have to eliminate the halogen and the beta hydrogen. Which one is the beta hydrogen? That is, this is the beta hydrogen and this is the halogen. So remove here 3 beta hydrogens are there. What is beta hydrogen? The hydrogen attached to beta carbon is called as beta hydrogen. So there is a removal of one of the beta hydrogen and the halogen. So what is the side product it is formed? There is an elimination of HX. There is an elimination of HX. Now what it forms? This part now it is get removed, and in between the alpha and beta carbon there is a formation of double bond. So now you can see here these 2 carbon it is written here, and here on this carbon 2 hydrogens are there. This and this 2 hydrogen, that is written here 2 hydrogen, and here on this carbon 2 hydrogen are there, that is written here. So this is what the method which you need to follow to make the product. That is, first you have to identify the halogen and remove the one of the beta hydrogen. So you will be easily frame the product by keeping a double bond between the alpha and beta carbon, because here only 2 carbons are there, that is one is alpha and the other one is beta. So the double bond is formed here. So this is what are the reaction, that is from alkyl halide. Now we'll be taking one example I am taking here, that is if the example is like this: CH3 CH2 CH2 Cl. Now this is called as the alkyl halide because there is a halide part here. Now what happened when we give alcoholic KOH? Alcoholic KOH, that is, this reaction is taking place in the presence of alcoholic KOH. So here how we'll be making the product? I told you, first of all identify the alpha carbon. Which one is the alpha carbon? First of all mark the halogen group. This is the halogen group. So this carbon is the alpha carbon because halogen group is attached to this carbon. This is alpha and the neighboring carbon is beta. And what about this one? This one is neighbor of beta, therefore it is gamma carbon. So here the same process you have to do. Remove the halo group and one of the beta hydrogen. One of the beta hydrogen means here 2 hydrogens are there. From this you have to remove 1 hydrogen. Now what is remaining here? The remaining part you have to write as it is. That is, we can write it here because CH3 is as it is. This CH3 I am writing, then single dash, that is single bond, CH. From 2 hydrogen, 1 hydrogen is removed, that is beta hydrogen is removed. Now 1 bond is already there, that I will make with pink color because this bond is already there. but one bond is formed that I made with blue color here. That is now it result in the formation of a double bond, and we have one CH2 here. That is CH2. We'll write CH2. So this is what the alkene propene is formed. If the alkyl halide containing more than one beta carbon, then two or more possible structures can be formed for alkene. So that will be going to discuss in the problem section. So here in this case, the nature of halogen atom and the alkyl group determine the rate of the reaction. It is observed that for the halogens, the rate is in this way, that is iodine is most shows greater reactivity than bromine, then chlorine, and so on. And here the case of alkyl group, the order will be in this way: tertiary will be more reactive, then secondary, then the primary. So the nature of halogen atom and even the alkyl group determines the rate of the reaction, and it is observed in this way. Now the next preparation, that is from vicinal dihalide. What is vicinal dihalide? Dihalide in which the two halogen atoms are attached to the adjacent carbon atoms are known as vicinal dihalide. Dihalide means two halogen groups are there in the same molecule, and that halogen group are attached to the adjacent carbon. So for example, if I am taking the example here, CH2, and here one Cl is there, here one Cl is there. This can be called as vicinal dihalide because here two halo groups are there and both are on the adjacent carbons. So that type of dihalides are called as vicinal dihalide. The vicinal dihalides on the treatment with zinc metal lose a molecule of ZnX2 to form an alkene. This reaction is called as dehalogenation reaction. As I told you, D means removal, that is the elimination of halogen is taking place. Therefore, it is called as dehalogenation. That means removal of X2 is taking place from the vicinal dihalide. So this is called as dehalogenation. This is an example of a dehalogenation reaction that you can see. This one is a vicinal dihalide because the two halo group, that is the Br group, is attached on the adjacent carbon. How we can expand this equation? Better I can write this equation in this way, that is CH2, here one Br is there, CH2, here one Br. So this is called as a vicinal dihalide because the halide, that is the halo group, is attached on the adjacent carbon. Now when it combines with zinc, what happened here? There is a removal of side product, that is 2 Br and 1 Zn, that is it forms ZnBr2. So in this reaction, there is a removal of halogen from the molecule. That's why it is called as dehalogenation. This is called as dehalogenation because here there is a elimination of halogen, therefore it is called as dehalogenation reaction. So better learn this equation in this way, that is whatever the dihalide, that is vicinal dihalide, is given to you, just remove the 2 halo group and Zn as ZnBr2, and between the 2 carbon you have to keep one bond, that you can see here. Now it is a double bond. Already here one bond is there, one more bond is formed, therefore you can see a double bond is there between the 2 carbon. That is after the removal of 2 halo group, what is formed here? A double bond is formed, that is between the 2 carbon. So this is called as what? Alkene. Now let us try one more equation. If this is the reaction, first of all check whether it is a dihalide or not. Yes, it's a dihalide because 2 halo groups are there. Now is it a vicinal dihalide? That you can check. Yes, it is a vicinal dihalide because this carbon, these are adjacent and it have a halo group. So better we can this halo group, if you want you can write in this way, so it will be more clear. Now you can see that both the halo group are adjacent. That's why this can form alkene. So how you can frame the product, that is remove these two Br and one Zn and keep a double bond between these two carbon. Which two carbon? From where you have removed the Br, between that two carbon only the double bond is formed. So what we get the product? We get the product like this. So now you can check this product. This CH3 is as it is. Here CH. What about this Br? This Br is removed and this Br also removed. One bond is already there and one more bond is formed. That is the double bond is formed and ZnBr2 is the here side product which is formed. So this is what you need to learn for this equation, that is removal of two halo group. Removal of two halo group and keep the bond, that is a double bond will come between the two carbon from which the halo group is removed. The next is the reaction, that is the preparation of alkenes from alcohol by acid dehydration. Again the word comes here D. D means removal. Hydration, that is removal of water is called as dehydration. Hydrate word is for water. So dehydration means removal of water. As if I am saying hydration, hydration means addition of water. If it is dehydration means it is a removal of water. So dehydration means removal of water from alcohol. Since a water molecule is eliminated from the alcohol molecule in the presence of acid, this reaction is known as acidic dehydration of alcohol. Now why it is called as acidic dehydration? Because this removal of water is taking place in the presence of an acid. The acid like H plus, having the acid which having H plus, that presence is required in order to eliminate the water from the alcohol and it results in the formation of alkene. Let us take one example here. In this example, this is an alcohol, ethanol is taken. Here better you expand it and then it will be very easy to frame the product. Ethanol, that is an alcohol. Here there is removal of water. Now how you have to frame the product? That is a beta hydrogen. Which one is alpha carbon? Because the functional group here OH is attached on this carbon. That carbon is alpha carbon. How you identify the alpha carbon here? Because the OH group, which is a functional group attached on the carbon, that carbon is alpha, and the neighboring of alpha carbon is the beta carbon. So this you can better make the use of pencil to note down the alpha and beta carbon. So here there is a removal of water and that water is removed, that is one of the beta hydrogen and OH group that get removed. Now what is remaining here? You can check here, water is now it is removed, that is you can see in the product side, water is the side product. So what is the main product? Now you check here in this carbon atom, this carbon atom with 2 hydrogen, so it is written CH2. Next this carbon with 2 hydrogen, therefore it is written as CH2, and between alpha and beta carbon there will be a double bond. That is important to note. What you need to do, you have to remove water, that is H is removed, that is which H? Beta hydrogen is removed and the OH group is removed, together water is formed and there is a double bond, and double bond is between the alpha and beta carbon. So that is actually what you need to learn for this equation. That is, first you identify the alpha carbon and beta carbon and remove one of the beta hydrogen and
the alcoholic group OH. So that means water get removed. And between these two carbon you have to keep already one bond is there. You have to keep one more bond. So that wise it give rise to the product alkene. Mechanism of this reaction we will be discussing next year, because the same reaction we have in the next year. As this reaction is taking place in the presence of acidic medium, therefore you can see here above the reaction the presence of H2SO4 is written. That is, it is taking place in the presence of acid. So that's why it is called as acid dehydration of alcohol. It is called as acidic dehydration of alcohol because elimination of water is taking place from alcohol in the presence of acid. That's why it is called as acidic dehydration of alcohol. So the similar examples we'll be practicing when we do the problem section. So all of you learn the method how we have framed the product, so that it will be easy to make the product for the different problems will be given in the exam. So this is all about this video. Have a nice day.